lot of really pretty girls like really fat, ugly guys.
I don't know if it's like really pretty girls like really fat, ugly guys. I'll say that a lot of girls want, like I said, attention, or they want to be worshipped a little bit.
Yeah.
And a lot of times guys that are not as good looking either have money,
Yeah.
or they just pay a lot of attention, and they have these women that are fabulous that are listening to them and talking to them, and they can have conversations with these men because their ears are glued to them, and so women love that. They're like being heard. And that's more important to a woman than necessarily having a guy that looks like a stud.
But by the end of the day, and when you gotta get close to him, it's kind of disgusting.
It depends. Well, it's just like when you said, like, you know, the girls would say they wouldn't want to take off their clothes because they didn't compare.
Right.
It's not disgusting.
No?
It doesn't compare because you're looking at the personality and you're looking at the way that person makes you feel. It's not my personal choice. I'm not going to lie.
I look at a lot more than the personality.
I'm not going to lie, but I am saying I can understand that concept of wanting to just feel taken care of and feel like you're so beautiful and you're so stunning, comparatively speaking, rather than feeling like you're. Women don't like to compete with that, with their
All right.
man.
If I had a girl that flaunted all over me 24/7, I wouldn't like it. I don't want to be put on a pedestal. I don't want to be praised. I want to be treated human. And if she didn't look that great and she was, really out of shape and overweight and whatever, not that I hold that against her, but that's not what I'm attracted to. To me,
yeah, but that's you. That's because you also have confidence.
Yeah.
And because you already established yourself as a human being, and you already understand what's important to you.
Yeah.
So you're not trying to elevate yourself to anything else. And I think men are very difficult to. They have a difficult time grasping the fact that women just want to be heard.
Yeah.
And so that will take you a long way. You don't have to be good looking necessarily.
Yeah.
But the body does help.
Yeah, it does help.
If you have both, you've got it, man.
It's the total package.
Oh, yeah.
And sometimes women that want to be heard, they say things that we don't want to hear.
I confess. Okay.
There's certain pitches in the voice that we just tune out.
Oh my God.
Enough of that.
Okay, guilty. I admit.
And I've had girlfriends that are really proud of the fact that I work out and go to the gym.
I think that's that better attitude to have.
Well, yeah.
I mean, it's great to have a stud next to you. You got that, man.
Yeah, but then if you can add brains and everything else to it, then you got the total package.
Yeah, but that's a tough combination too.
It's tough. I'll tell you, there's a lot of dumb people out there.
Yeah.
Boy, there's one born every minute. The other thing was jealousy and envy. I mean, we work hard at this, and people on the street and relatives are quick to sabotage. When I was growing up, I had guys tell me, and this is back in the 70s when I was training down at the beach, guys I grew up with Bakersfield say, when you get older, you're just going to turn the fat and quit training. When you're older. I said, well,
that's then.
But that's how they wanted me to feel.
Yeah, exactly.
And to this day, I mean, it's years and years, just a few years later, not that much.
And not one or two.
And these guys have one foot in the grave, and they get big bellies, and they got all kinds of physical problems, and they say, boy, I sure wish I would have worked out like you every day. I just didn't do it. Well, it paid off. It definitely paid off. So you're going to get that in families, because families do like to sabotage, and friends. It's just the way it is. A lot of people don't like others to have success and to achieve things, and when your body starts filling out looking really good, it's intimidating to them because you're getting ahead.
I agree.
Yep. And now today I train down in Gold's Venice now. But that place, everybody down there is in shape.
Yeah, you know what? I've actually been going to the one in Simi Valley.
Yeah.
And I was surprised because it's all the way out there. And actually, I've seen the fittest girls I've ever seen in that gym. I have never seen anything like it. I mean, the guys look wonderful too. But I was actually amazed because it's all the way out there, and here we are in Hollywood and so forth. And everyone's in shape. That's like a given. But there's some exceptional looking people out in the Simi Valley Golds too.
Is there?
Absolutely.
Well, I was down in Venice today, and I mean, a lot of the guys, younger guys, they really are in great shape. They're not big and buff, but they're
just really lean and
hard.
Muscle,
and I like that look.
I think that's a fantastic look. It's my favorite look personally.
I've lost 20. I'm going to go down to maybe 130, so I get a tight dress on and heels.
I think that would be so sexy.
I think I'll be very sexy at that point. But these are things that you look out for when you're training, because you don't want to flaunt it around. And the other thing I wanted to say, one more thing I want to say, is back in the day when we were training, like I said, we wore baggy shirts and we didn't stick it out there like people do. And today I see these guys wearing these really tight shirts, and they're walking around flex with lat spreads all the time. They can hardly move, and they're looking like this. And I think, we never did that. I never saw Arnold ever walk like that, ever.
Yeah, but you know what? Because when you have that, I think it's like anything. When you have the confidence that behind something, if you're a genius or whatever, you don't have to flaunt it. It's there. It's a given, And you guys had built your bodies. You knew that your stuff. You'd walk around in your group, and there's like instant attention from everything, and it's fun. But it's not what you were doing it for.
Exactly.
You were doing it because you loved it.
Exactly, and you got the attention from it.
Exactly.
Well, we're going to close this segment out because we're going to another segment on another subject, and we're only allowed 10 minutes on each segment. But stay tuned because the next one's coming up, and you're going to find this very, very interesting. And I'm so glad to have Noella here with her point of view because it's really, really kind of like makes me feel good about mine. Stay tuned. Rick's Corner.